Hey guys, welcome aboard Plasma 1945, and we are looking at a J11 flown by Red Star Flanker. Yes, his name is Flanker and he flies flankers. And he is going to perform an assault on Kutaisi on Growling Sidewinder server. Now keep in mind guys that even if you make it to the enemy airbase in Growling Sidewinder, there's a high chance you're going to get shot down. But we're going to see how he did it here and the damage that he caused. Now remember, in Growling Sidewinder, you are not allowed to bomb the air bases, and I did give him shit for strafing a plane there, but we're going to get to that in a second here. But remember, when you do get to the enemy base, do not bomb enemy bases and runways. Alright, Flanker's in flying low. He's got a first hostile on the nose. I believe it's an F-15 Tomcat. R-77 out, close up. Missile is on its way and tracking the hostile airplane. That was a 10-mile shot. He wants to be sure, sends an R-73 as well, but no need. The R-77 hit that F-14 and sent it to the ground. As you can see, Flanker is staying very low, right above the terrain, pushing into enemy territory. That's one of the key things. Is if you want to avoid the Patriot system, you have to stay low. Now, after you get through the Patriots, there's going to be Hawks, which are medium-range SAMs, and there's also going to be some AAA, and this would be basically mobile units that would fire either heat-seeking missiles on you, or they would be firing AAA cannons at you. Alright, Flanker is crossing the river. He is almost on top of Kutaisi, and there's multiple targets right in front of him. He's flying below the power lines to stay really low. The problem is when a missile gets launched, it basically just hits the trees in front of him because it tries to arc up and then back down. Flanker picks up a hostile on his nose, F-18 that has turned hot. ET out. Let's watch this missile. Missile's tracking, Flanker's going back to the ground. Splash F-18, that's 2 down. He's pressing in. As you can see, those are the Patriots firing right next to him. But he's flanking around them. They're firing at targets behind him because they just can't get the angle on him. See if we can spot those Patriots here from the other angle as he just sneaks in. There they are. And here are the Hawks on the left side. Again, below the power lines, super dangerous flying. I wouldn't recommend that to anyone. And there's the base of Kutaisi, the Blue Fort base. AAA has opened up on him, but he is still flying. For whatever reason, Stinger missiles did not launch on him. He should be popping flares here, and he's already taking damage. Alright, he's over the airbase. We've got multiple aircraft on the ground and taxiing out. For whatever reason, I guess this was mid-game, a lot of the ammunition on those SAMs would have been gone by now. FOX3, hostile in front of him. Tracking, AAA is starting to hit him. There's a splash. Let's watch that on replay. Comes around, locks the target, sends the missile out on him. Boom, splash F-18. That F-18 unfortunately didn't even have a chance to bring its gear up. This is not a failure of the pilots. This is a failure of the AAA system that just wasn't strong enough to take out this Su-27 J11. Alright, Flanker's back in the air. There's another aircraft taking off in front of him on the ground. He spots it. He does finally start taking damage here. Hostile is now airborne. I believe it's an F-16. Lock and FOX2 R-73. There's a splash. Alright, Flanker's already racked up 4 kills. The AAA is just not killing him, and his airplane is magically surviving. Alright, hostile down. We definitely need to add more AAA, maybe some Stinger type missiles, just to take out hostiles over Kutaisi. Flanker is leaking fuel now. One of his engines is severely damaged. Left-hand orbit, he's looking for more targets. I'll tell you this guys, it's very hard to spot targets on the ground when you're doing this kind of maneuvers. But for now he has air superiority. We need some scrambling happening here. All the SAMs though are facing away from Kutaisi, so all the long-range SAMs that should be shooting him are firing in the other direction. He is behind enemy lines, and there is not enough point defenses to really take him out. He's looking for targets. There's an F-15 on the ramp on the right side. He doesn't see him. He's looking for him. Comes back around, spots an F-18 on the ground. So strafing aircraft on the ground is not allowed. I have given Flanker shit for this, and he will not do it again. But yes, guys, bombing the runways is prohibited on Growling Sidewinder. Alright, Flanker tries to get vertical scan, picks up the target on the ground, goes for some gun passes there. There's the 30mm. Oof, that poor F-18. Damaged, and Flanker is smoking. But there is a brave F-15 taking off to challenge the intruder. F-15 is up in the air, it's XGG, and he's got his eyes on the hostile. Flanker makes another pass, tries to come back in towards the airbase, but the F-15 is bearing down on him. Minimum range launch. He picks up the F-15. Missiles coming straight for his face. There's not much he can do. Magically survives that AIM-120. Let's look at that AIM-120 here. FOX3. AIM-120 is wobbling all over the place. It's still boosting. For whatever magical reason, it doesn't take him out, but he is now severely damaged. Tight merge. Alright, Flanker decides to go for pièce de résistance, and that is to land at Kutaisi. Coming in gently. I've myself landed a couple of times at Beslan, never at Kutaisi though. There's another missile on him from the back. The F-15 has fired on him. The missile impacts the ground right next to him. Flanker is rolling. Air breakout. That was a very fast landing. He's lost an engine. He's down, out of weapons. He's in a lot of trouble. Barely scoots past that vehicle there and drives off into the grass. I'm glad he didn't flip over. Good landing skill and brave assault on the airbase, but it's all over for him. He's on the ground and there's F-15s in the air. As a matter of fact, there's two F-15s coming and they've got his number and name. Here comes the first Eagle from the back. 20mm. The second Eagle's coming from the right side. Look at that pass. Oh, yeah. And he is down for the count. He's not getting up again. F-15 have finished off their job, and they're off to hunt more Red 4 pilots. All right, guys. Plasma 1945 out.